The movie begins 5 years after the Duplo invasion, where Lucy explains that thanks to the invasion everyone has become more mature and toughen up. Everyone except Emmett. Lucy is Wildstyle, it's just that no one calls her Wildstyle in this film, so I won't either. Lucy is scared that Emmett isn't tough enough, since the toughest / darkest thought he has is a dream he had about Armageddon happening. Emmett even built them their own house to live in. While showing Lucy around the house, Lucy and Emmett spot a new kind of spaceship. They decide to go investigate and ends up leading the spaceship back to where they live, and Lucy, Batman and 3 others of Emmett's friends ends up getting kidnapped by the spaceship. They get taken to the Sistar system and to Queen Wadevra Wanapi, or however you pronounce that last name. She reveals that the reason she kidnapped them was so that she and Batman could get married, which Lucy doesn't think is a good idea. Back home, Emmett decides that he will go and save his friends, but on his way there, he gets stuck in an asteroid field, and right before he crashes into an asteroid, he gets saved by Rex Danger Vest. Rex is exactly what Emmett wants to be. He's mature, he's grown up, he's tough, and he's cool. Emmett asks Rex if he can teach him how to become more mature and cool, and Rex agrees. The first step to become more tough is to decide something and sound like you're sure about it. With this in mind, Emmett randomly selects the planet they should search for his friends first on. Rex loads up his spaceship, where he has put the eject button in the worst place ever. But in the next scene, we can see Emmett sitting on the button, and in the scene after that, the button is no longer there, which I thought was weird and wanted to mention. Anyways, the random planet Emmett shows just happened to be the planet where everyone the Queen has kidnapped lives, and they all start to sing a song and says that Emmett has to listen to the song and let his mind go. We then cut to Lucy and the rest of the crew, who have been exposed to the same song they were singing to Emmett, and everyone except Lucy starts to act weird and the music starts to control their body. This freaks Lucy out and she breaks out of her music therapy. We then go back to Emmett and Rex, who have been cornered by the citizens, and their only way out is down. So Emmett punches a hole in the ground where they can jump down. Emmett and Rex jump down the hole and land in a pile of Legos that are being transferred to the temple where the wedding cake is being built. The cake is where the wedding will take place. On their way, they meet Lucy, who Rex is suspicious of because she has a new hair color, and you can't wash a brain without washing the hair on top of that brain. But Emmett ensures that they can trust her and explains his plan to stop the wedding and Armageddon, and that plan is just to punch the top of the cake so it breaks into 2. But when Lucy goes to do her part of the plan, she gets informed on what the wedding really means. The whole wedding is really just a peace treaty between the two worlds, and the only way to stop Armageddon. So now Lucy has to stop Emmett from breaking the wedding ceremony, but when she tries, Emmett just doesn't believe her and breaks the cake. But right after, he gets the craziest guilt feeling. Before he can say anything, Rex comes and takes him back to his ship and flies away. In the real world, the wedding was also kind of a peace treaty, just that it was more Finn's little sister's way of trying to get Finn to play Legos with her. But in the real world, the cake gets destroyed by Finn, which causes Armageddon. Get it? Our mama gets in. And she tells them that they need to put all the Legos in storage bins. Back in the Lego world, Emmett asks Rex why he didn't save all of Emmett's friends like the plan said, and Rex reveals that he is Emmett from the future. When he went to save his friends, he crashed into an asteroid and got sent under the washing machine. And why should he save them when they didn't come and save him? Rex even built a time machine so that he can go back and ensure that Emmett becomes Rex. With this in mind, Emmett still wants to save his friends, which disappoints Rex, so to make sure that Emmett becomes Rex in the future, he banishes Emmett to the washing machine, and the eject button appears again. I really want a button like that, a button that just appears when necessary, and while Emmett lays under the washing machine, all of his friends and everything else get put into storage bins. Lucy and the others in her bin start to sing, which gets Finn's attention. He decides to open the bin and he sees a Lego heart he built and gave to his sister 5 years ago, when she was first allowed to play with Lego. So he goes up and gives it to her, and the next scene we see of them, they are friends and building Legos with each other. While this is happening, Rex goes to break Emmett and says he couldn't break Emmett's spirit, he will have to break Emmett physically. Lucy now has to go and save Emmett before being broken, and she gets there right before Emmett gets completely broken. But this won't matter, since Rex will just go back until he gets it right. Unfortunately for Rex, Lucy had a heart bomb with her, and she blows up Rex's time machine, and since Lucy came back to save Emmett, he will never turn out like Rex, which means he will never exist, and in his last moment, He thanks Lucy for coming back to Emmett and says that he's proud of Emmett and that he will turn out better than Rex. And now that both worlds are united, they have built a new city for them to live in, and Lucy even rebuilt hers and Emmett's house.